Have you ever been in a moment when someone says, "I love you," or does something sweet, but instead of feeling happy, you feel nothing? Or maybe you've been in relationships where you knew you should feel close, but your heart just didn't respond? It's like there's a wall around your feelings, keeping everything out. Today, we're exploring why some people feel numb to love, what causes that emptiness, and how to gently break down that wall so you can experience love fully again. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. We dive into topics every week that help you connect more deeply with yourself and with others. First, let's talk about what emotional numbness really is. Think about emotional numbness like wearing a thick coat in the winter, except instead of keeping you warm, it keeps your feelings locked away. This coat, or barrier, makes it hard to feel much of anything. You're protected from painful emotions, but you're also blocked from love, joy, or excitement. Emotional numbness can happen in lots of areas of life. You might feel distant from family, friends, and even yourself. But in love, it's especially noticeable because love is supposed to feel warm, comforting, and connected. When you're numb, instead of feeling warmth, it's like you're standing outside, looking in through a window at other people's happiness. One example is what people sometimes describe as just going through the motions. You might be physically there with someone, doing all the right things, but emotionally, it feels like you're somewhere else. You might be saying, "I love you," without feeling the weight of those words. So, why do people feel numb to love? There are several common reasons, and understanding these can be a powerful step in healing. 1. Past trauma. Trauma is one of the biggest causes of emotional numbness. Imagine you loved someone deeply once, and then they hurt you in ways you didn't expect. Your mind creates a shield to protect you from ever feeling that kind of pain again. This shield can take the form of numbness. Think about it like this. If you touched a hot stove and burned your hand, you'd be careful not to touch it again, right? It's similar in relationships. If love has burned you, your brain goes into protection mode, creating distance so you don't get hurt again. It's trying to keep you safe, but it can make it hard to open up to new, healthy connections. 2. High stress levels. Imagine you're juggling lots of things: work, school, family, finances. When stress levels are high, the brain shifts its focus from things like love and connection to basic survival. Our minds can't handle everything at once, so they put less important things, like feeling love, on hold. It's like being in a constant state of fight or flight, where the brain is so busy focusing on survival that it doesn't have the energy to process emotions deeply. This can lead to numbness, even in the middle of loving relationships. 3. Depression or anxiety. Depression and anxiety are huge factors in feeling emotionally numb. People who are depressed often describe it as feeling like they're in a fog, where everything around them seems muted and dull. When you're dealing with depression, it's not just sadness. It's a lack of feeling altogether. It's like having emotional sunglasses that make everything seem gray. You're not choosing to feel this way. It's something your brain does because of the depression. Anxiety, on the other hand, can make you too focused on worry and fear to truly enjoy or feel love. When you're constantly afraid, your mind is too busy protecting you to let love in. 4. Fear of vulnerability. Love requires us to be open, to let someone see who we are. If you've been hurt after being open with someone, it makes sense that you'd close up to protect yourself. Vulnerability can feel like giving someone the keys to your heart and hoping they won't break it. If someone has broken it before, you might choose numbness as a way to avoid getting hurt again. Imagine it like building a castle wall around yourself. This wall keeps bad things out, but it also keeps good things, like love, from coming in. Over time, this wall becomes hard to break down, and you might even forget why you built it in the first place. How to break the numbness. Now, let's get into some steps to help you reconnect with your emotions. This process takes time, so be patient with yourself. 1. Recognize your feelings. Acknowledge that you're feeling numb. Don't push it away. Tell yourself, it's okay to feel this way right now. Think of it like naming what's happening. This small step helps you get back in touch with yourself. If you're feeling nothing, name it as numbness and start to notice when it happens. Awareness is the first step toward change. 2. Give yourself permission to feel slowly. Sometimes, numbness becomes a habit, You get used to avoiding emotions. Try to let yourself feel things a little at a time. Notice small things around you: a sunset, a song, a hug from a friend. Instead of pushing away the feelings these things bring, let yourself feel them, even if they're faint. These small moments can add up and help you reconnect with your emotions. 3. Connect with someone you trust. Talking about numbness can be difficult, but sharing it with someone who cares about you can be healing. You don't have to have all the answers or make it a big deal. Simply saying, "I feel numb and I don't know why," can release some of the weight. Having someone who listens without judging can help you feel supported. 4. Mindfulness and meditation. Practicing mindfulness can slowly bring you back in touch with your emotions. Spend a few minutes each day sitting quietly, focusing on your breath, and noticing whatever feelings come up. It's okay if it's just emptiness or numbness. Observe it without judgment. Over time, meditation can help you become more comfortable with all kinds of emotions, which can help break down the numbness. 5. Seek professional help. If you feel like you can't work through this alone, a therapist can be a great support. Therapy gives you a safe space to explore past traumas, fears, and stress, and to learn ways to feel emotions again. Therapy isn't about fixing you. It's about helping you understand yourself so you can live a fuller life. Loving yourself through numbness. One of the most important steps to breaking through numbness is self-compassion. Instead of being hard on yourself or blaming yourself, remind yourself that numbness is a reaction to pain or stress. Treat yourself gently, the way you would treat a friend. Give yourself permission to take things slowly. Healing doesn't have to happen overnight. Instead of focusing on forcing yourself to feel love, work on creating an environment where love can come naturally. Feeling numb to love can make you feel distant and alone, but it's possible to change. By understanding why it happens and taking small steps toward reconnecting with yourself, you can begin to feel again. Remember, there's no rush. It's okay to go at your own pace. Thank you so much for watching. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want more content like this, hit subscribe so you don't miss out. Take it one step at a time, and remember, feeling is possible, even if it takes a little while. We'll see you in the next video.